everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at what messages you need to receive from your higher self with regards to the upcoming Chiron retrograde. Now Chiron deals with your core emotional wound, and a retrograde of Chiron is like an ideal time for deep healing. Alright, so of course, keeping that in mind, we're going to be looking at how you can heal, what you can do for relationships to be better, both with others and with yourself as well. And also a big thank you to all of those who commented on my previous video about who you are going to be marrying, and especially those who've already gotten married to their better half. I really loved your stories, so thank you for sharing them with me. I love that you actually feel that I'm a friend and I'm somebody that you can share it with. I'm deeply honored and thank you. Coming to today's video, you have 3 piles in front of you. Pick one that really speaks to you on the basis of the feathers or the animals, or of course the plates. And if you feel like more than one pile is speaking for you, you can definitely choose more than one pile for this specific video. Yeah, I'll give you some time when it comes to selection, and then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are the messages that you need to receive from your higher self, especially for the upcoming Chiron retrograde. Now, the message for you is simplify. Simplify your life, simplify your emotions, simplify your relationships. So the only thing that you need to remember moving forward is, how can I simplify things for me? How can I make sure that my communication is simple, it is clear and easy for the other person to understand? For you, the upcoming time of Chiron retrograde is also going to be a time of healing of relationships, because your internal self is healing. A lot of changes are in store for you, and I feel like you're now going to be taking everything one step at a time. I feel like if in the past you had a tendency of overcomplicating things, now you're going to be more towards, oh, what can I do today? Mindfulness also is going to be a huge part of your upcoming journey, especially during the phase of the Chiron retrograde for you. And in fact, I will suggest this meditation will be especially important, and meditation on your past. Okay, so this can involve reflection. This can just be sitting quietly about yourself, with yourself, and thinking about your relationships and all aspects to it. Yeah. Now, it's also important for you to not be resistant to things. See, sometimes what happens is, a person is suggesting a remedy, or a person is suggesting an alternative way of doing things, and because of our own resistance, we are like, no. But now you're being invited to say yes to things. Say yes to things that you've previously said no to. Go with the flow. See, if you resist, if you try to be like my way or the highway, then you're going to be struggling a great deal, and the trauma for you will continue. Say yes, go with the flow, become an easier person to be with, because that is what will make your process a lot more easier, especially during the retrograde time. And if you feel like in your life that you're stuck, or you feel like you're alone, or if you're not able to deal with certain situations on your own, emotions on your own, please ask for help. Now, this can be in the form of asking for help from friends, from people you've not probably connected in a very long time, or sometimes, even through divine sources, but ask for help. See, just because you're asking for help, or if you're asking for support, doesn't make you any less capable as an individual. It just means that you're that strong that when you need help, you're asking for it. Okay, but remember, your spiritual team is available at all point of time to assist you in your path ahead. Now, especially for you guys, connecting with crystals will be beautiful. See, especially when it comes to emotional healing, especially when it comes to Chiron, crystal work is beautiful. And crystal work, especially if you can work with rose quartz, that will help you a great deal. If you can work with, a pearl, that will be really helpful for you. Or if you can even work with amethyst, that will be great. But especially your personal stone, your personal crystals, if you can go into crystal therapy to help you unload certain burdens that you're carrying, or heal certain emotions, that will be beautiful. But crystal work may be an important aspect for you in the future. And one thing that is going to be important for you is to make sure that especially during this time you take care of your health, because what happens is, remember, we are talking about divine healing, we are talking about emotional healing, and when it comes to emotional healing, your body needs to support your emotions. So at that point of time, as much as you can, give yourself rest, Give yourself occasional breaks, and also give yourself certain exercise routines. A routine is important for you. So don't be like, okay, today I'm going to be eating this, today I'm going to be eating at this particular time, and then I'm going to be changing this. See, your body needs to be regulated for your emotions to be regulated as well. As a community, the reason why we are like probably a little bit not in control and command of our emotions is also because our diet and lifestyle is not supporting us anymore. So a little bit of shift there can actually help emotions become more balanced, your mind to become more calm, and for you to be more mindful. Sattvic food will actually be great for you in the upcoming time is what is recommended. One thing that is really strongly coming out is maintain a journal. Yeah, once again, you can write down your story, you can reflect about your emotions, you can reflect on your life and write things down. And especially if you've gone through certain things that you feel can help somebody else, why not maintain a blog? Why not maintain some kind of journal or write a book about it, write a story about it, and express it? Okay, and these days vlogging is also a big thing. So if you want to like sort of create a vlog to express yourself so that other people learn from it as well, can be a beautiful way coming through. But once again, a book or writing can especially be helpful for you during the Chiron retrograde. Now, one area that will need your assistance is your career. Now what may happen is because of a lot of interior changes that is happening, a lot of emotional changes that are happening, maybe that you can affect your career a little bit. I'm not saying negatively affect, you can actually be taken when it comes to a specific direction. When it comes to your career, you may inspiredly get an idea that, oh, maybe I want to make these career changes, or you may feel like, oh, this specialization is more for me, and you may go in that direction. But because you're changing as an individual, because your emotions are healing and you're becoming more mindful, that affecting your career positively is very much hinted for you. Yeah, I feel like there is a certain kind of renewal happening for you. And remember this, okay, this can be for a very specific people. But when you were starting off, when you were younger, the career that you actually wanted to go through and you could not do it, you may actually get into that right now. Specific message, but that may be important for a couple of you. Now, what is going to be happening? You're going to be meeting yourself. You're going to be meeting your authentic self. So what will happen is, as you go through this Chiron retrograde period, you will consciously let go of parts of you that no longer belong in your future life. You may feel like, I've held on for this for way too long. I cannot, carry this burden with me anymore. Or you may feel like, maybe certain aspects of my career are not working for me and I need to do something different. But I feel like you're going to be questioning a lot of yourself. You're going to be reflecting a lot, and that reflection and questioning will bring about a lot of clarity, and veils will really come off. Once again, I feel like you're entering an energetic portal, and energetic portal, especially during the Chiron retrograde, is especially significant for the rest of your life, especially given the point of time that the earth is going through right now. Veils are lifting, you're going to be free from a couple of burdens that you're carrying is very strongly coming through for you. And yes, you're going to be healing. Okay, true healing is coming for you. And I'll tell you this, a lot of things that you're carrying with you is something that you absolutely don't need to carry. So maybe you are keeping yourself trapped in certain enclaves of your emotions, or because of other people being a part of your life, you feel like, why do I have to deal with these emotions time and again? But remember, this retrograde period is going to be a period where you consciously make an effort to heal, and you will heal beautifully. And remember this, I feel like this healing is going to be two kinds of healing. One is emotional, and the second is physical healing, and that is also coming forth. Now, once again, I get a feeling like moving forward, your life is going to be massively changing, and I mean massively. Okay, you will probably not recognize the person that you're becoming now, and this is actually a beautiful thing for you. And once again, Raven is a strong spirit bird to have. So especially if you're associated with the Raven energy in some way, then connecting with that will help. And once again, ancestral blessings are coming in your life, and especially in the upcoming couple of months, if you do a ritual for your ancestors, you will invite nothing but blessings in their life. And remember this, If a couple of you have certain ancestral curse upon you or your family, in the next couple of months, especially during the retrograde, you will be able to heal from it as well. Yeah, but movement from ancestral energy, dormant ancestral energy, is also coming through for you. Now, one important aspect for you to remember is creating a beautiful life. Okay, so now what you have to do is think about yourself as like a blank canvas and paint beautiful colors on it. Okay, so visualize what you want your future to look like and absolutely forget about your past. See, don't let your past define you, don't let your past emotional hurts define you, don't let your past relationships define you. Now you have to be like the conscious creator of your own life, the artist of your own life, and create beautiful images for your future. Visualization, very important for you moving forward. And remember this, the element for you that is really strong is water. Now please make sure to keep yourself hydrated as much as you can. Bathe, like especially if you can bathe in a river, in an ocean, in the sea, that will be helpful. Because remember this, even rainwater for that matter, depending on your location, because what happens is water in every form helps us heal. Okay, so even if this is you drinking water, even if this is through bathing in ocean, ponds or seas, this will be tremendously beneficial for you to let go of the past and heal beautifully towards your future. Yeah, and once again, it's all about moving forward. It's not about what the past did to you, it's not about what the past bought for you, it's not about the success or the failure that you had in the past. It's all about what your tomorrow can bring. Remember the blank canvas. Remember, you can create a beautiful life for yourself, and you can create beautiful relationships for yourself as well. And because Chiron also hints about emotions, I want to give you a couple of relationship messages as well. Now once again, it's all about treasuring your loved ones. See, it's important for you to value the people who have in your life. Okay, now when you value the people you have to make sure to do something for them. What can you do for somebody else that can help them in certain ways? So maybe for your family, maybe this is for your cousins, for your relatives, extended family, or if you think large, to your worldly family. Take care of people, treasure them, and love them deeply. So you being more loving towards people, you being more accepting towards people, is also highlighted for you. And remember this, you have to be real, you have to speak your truth. Okay, and once again, I get, for a couple of you, emotions are like sort of trapped when it comes to your throat chakra. Okay, so maybe the things that you want to say, you are not able to say it, so say it. Don't hold on to things in your heart and in your throat chakra. Be authentic, be real. Whatever you feel, you need to express it. Okay, that's important. Be supportive. Once again, I mentioned, you have to probably be supportive for somebody else and make a genuine effort towards people you care about. Don't in your heart be like, oh, I really care about this person, why does this other person not see it? Do something for them. It's about showing how you love. Okay, so acts of service is great, but telling them that you love them is also equally important. And true love, now remember this, in the Chiron retrograde period, healing for you can actually come through a relationship. Okay, now this can be a new relationship coming in, but remember, if this is a new relationship, then this relationship will heal you a great deal. Yeah, it's like this bond that connects you forever together is very strong. It's one kind of lifetime kind of bond. And once again, when you meet people you love, expressing it. It's all about expression of love. It's not about feeling love for you. I'm sure you feel, that you have a lot of love for people in your life, but express it. Say thank you. Say sorry. Do something nice for them. Make them a cup of tea, ask them about their day, and do everything that you can to express your emotions. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, these are the things that you need to remember, and especially coming from a higher self for the Chiron retrograde, please remember these messages are very significant. Yeah, overall, this is what you need to hear. And as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive from your higher self for the upcoming Chiron retrograde. Now, the most important thing that you have to remember is this is going to be a period of a great amount of expansion for you when it comes to your emotions. You're going to be feeling your emotions very deeply, but because you're feeling your emotions deeply, you're now going to be able to heal from them beautifully. There is a possibility you're going to be forgiving a couple of people that you've not been able to forgive for a very long time, and you're going to be moving on from that experience. The reason for this is your soul is expanding, your consciousness is expanding, and there is almost this connection that is open between you and the divine, which is making you a bigger person. Yeah, that is happening for you with the Chiron retrograde, which I feel like is a blessed thing to happen. Now, once again, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your relationships, if in certain areas you feel like you're stuck, or you're not able to make the changes that you feel like you want to make, or if you feel like you're not able to get over somebody, now is going to be a time that you're going to be able to do it beautifully, because it's like an emotional cleanse that is happening for you, and this emotional cleanse is actually a gift from the divine for you. So it's like you're making 20% of the effort, and 80% is like a divine gift coming in your direction, is what is coming forth. Now, remember this, you're not alone when it comes to the retrograde. You're not alone when it comes to your life. Now, the feeling I get here is you're going to be getting support from people that you did not even expect it from. For certain cases, this can actually be a new person coming into your life, and when you least expect it, you get the support. But remember this, when it comes to people who support you, they come in phases. Like maybe in a particular point of time in your life, certain person was like, your ride and die friend. They were with you 100%, giving you what you need every single day. And once they felt like their time was up, they left you. And a new person took their place. So that is how it happens, It's not going to be like one person is going to be a solid support. When you need support, the person who's supposed to be there comes in, and once that is done, they leave. Okay, that's the impression that I'm really picking out here. Now, when it comes to your life, there is also support coming towards you from your ancestors. So when it comes to especially your past loved ones, if you feel like there are certain emotions associated with them that are not healed, or probably a loved one like passed away very quickly and you did not get an opportunity to actually say things that you wanted to say to them, or if you feel like I wish this person was with me today, I feel like you're going to be able to really get done with that. Okay, so your connections with these past loved ones, your connections with these ancestors are going to be important, and I feel like because of these Chiron retrograde, these cords that connect you even after life are going to be coming through very strongly. Certain communication from them may also come through, maybe through your dreams, or somebody may communicate something with you, or you may receive something that belonged to them prior. Yeah, but I feel like these communications are going to be important. Remember this is going to be a time that you're going to be finding a lot of comfort in, and I feel like this comfort is something that you need when it comes to your life. Okay, but your heart is healing because of this divine support coming in terms of your life, because of the support overall coming in terms of your life. Any part of your emotions that was unhealed is now going to be healing, and you're going to be able to move out of this period beautifully. Remember, sometimes by forgiving somebody, you may also get comfort, knowing that you've done your job, you've forgiven other people, and you're free as a result of that. But one thing is, your connection with children is going to be strong, and children does not always have to be your own children. These can be children in your family, your niece, your nephew. This can be complete strangers. If you're a teacher, you may be associated with kids, orphanages. But kids are a huge part of your life purpose, especially during the retrograde period, and you being of assistance to them and helping them is going to be very important. So make sure whenever you get an opportunity to help kids in any way, or just take care of kids, whether your own or others, you step in and do that. Maybe your connections with them will mean a lot to them and yourself in the future is what is coming through. And remember, in certain aspects of your life, there are going to be new beginnings. So once again, when you forgive people, you have a new beginning. When you're like able to let go of certain resentments you're carrying towards people who've passed away, you can have a new beginning. But I feel like emotionally, the burdens are out, and you're going to be able to make a new beginning, and you're going to be free as a result of that. Yeah, I feel like your life is changing in more ways than one. Now, what is going to happen is, because you're emotionally free from certain baggages, because you're unstuck in cases where you were stuck, you're able to now create a beautiful life for yourself. Okay, maybe you're going to be finding new relationships to be a part of, you're going to be finding new friendships, and you're able to now create a life that you feel like is more right for you. Now going to be able to experience relationships in a way that you feel like you deserve when it comes to your life. Okay, new people may come in which may be a lot helpful when it comes to your life. But remember this, whether this is when it comes to healing, whether this is when connection with other people, or whether this is when it comes to your kids, you need to make an effort. So even though the divine is doing 80% of the work, 20% is very important. The first step on your own is very important. So then the reflection is important. What parts of you are unhealed and what parts of you needs to be healed? Write it down. See, when you write it down, then things become clarified, and once things are clarified, the journey becomes very easy. And remember this, Chiron retrograde is a very, very important period. Make the most of this period is what is coming forth. Along with that, I feel like the period of Chiron retrograde is also coming in terms of life when it comes to your security. So maybe you are going to be like, should I create a new house for myself? Should I purchase a new property for myself? Am I safe? Is my family secure? Do I have enough money to take care of all of my needs? So security related mindset may be important for you, and creating security for yourself and your family are also going to be important for you. But wealth, money relating to your emotional needs is also going to be important. Now, over the next couple of months, your communication is going to be an area which has to be carefully monitored. What may happen is sometimes in the face of anger, you say a couple of things, you regret it, and that brings, massive amount of hurt to somebody. So be careful about your communication. See, sometimes I feel like for a couple of you, what happens is when you're angry or you are in one of those moods, you say things in the zone of complete logic, and there is a disconnection from your emotions, and then the kind of, karma you create for yourself is massive. So be careful about that, okay? And when it comes to Chiron retrograde, you have to unburden yourself of things. Yeah, so please don't hurt anybody feeling. If your own feelings are hurt, it's okay to cry, it's okay to unburden yourself, but make sure you are not causing negative karma for yourself in the future. So monitor your communication, very important. And remember this, accepting your emotions, accepting that you are a feeling being is important, and sometimes you hide your emotions or you don't communicate it at the right point of time, which then makes you angry that you did not do it, and then it's like a whole new story entirely. So remember, you have to be in charge of your emotions, and when you feel like you want to express it beautifully, express it assertively, but keeping in mind the other person's emotions as well. So remember, like the tiger, you have to be in command of yourself, command of your emotions, and be an emotional balanced person. But remember, of course, it is a work in progress, not something that happens overnight, but you have the entire period of Chiron retrograde coming for you. Let's take a look at what messages you need to receive for Chiron retrograde. Love endures. Remember, when it comes to relationships, if there are certain relationships that you're struggling with, don't give up. See, because relationships are not something that you give up, okay? You work at it every single day. So don't lose hope in relationships, don't lose faith in relationships, and even if you have certain disagreements now and then, remember, relationships are for life, okay? So that will endure is something that you have to understand, and you have to ensure that you have to appreciate every single moment. Yeah, so if you have an opportunity to express your love to a person, say it, because expression of love is so important, and we may express it on social media every day that we love somebody, but saying it to them face to face, holding their hand, is so important. So appreciate every moment with your loved ones is coming through. And remember, you are a limitless being. Whether it comes to healing yourself, whether it comes to healing others, or whether it comes to healing the planet, you're limitless. But you have to choose to do that, okay? So once again, when it comes to relationship with children of the world, you are limitless. So you can help hundreds of people around the world if you choose to do that. Okay, so if you're sitting in meditation, give out that energy. You're sending healing to the world. You're being compassionate to the world. Yeah, that kind of energy is something that you need to put out, because your emotional capacity is limitless. Yeah. And remember, once again, you are the light. You're my healer, Aspire too. I can always count on you. I know that. And once again, you have Mavtar Babaji, who's like for the world, a guru for the world. So that's kind of your position in a way. You have experienced love. The way you experience love, not many people can. And remember this, then it is your job to shower that love and beauty to the world at large. You have to make sure that you are the kind of person who leaves people feeling much better than how you find them. And it is the simple acts of kindness on your end, just asking people how they are, treating people with kindness, or just doing something for somebody who's not at a level at you are. Yeah, that is important for you. So it's your simple acts of kindness and, just limitless love for the world that is important, and that is highlighted especially for this Chiron retrograde. In a way, it's almost like when the world heals, you heal. It's like you have a connection with the world. It's almost like you are Mother Earth in certain ways, taking care of hundreds with you. So when you heal, when your needs are taken care of, the needs of the world are automatically taken care of. So pay attention to your health, pay attention to your own light, and once your own light shines, the world will thank you for it. That overall, these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming Chiron retrograde. And as always, I want to leave you with nothing but my best wishes and prayers for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming Chiron retrograde from your higher self. Let's take a look. Now, first of all, the most important thing during this retrograde period is acceptance. Accepting people for who they are and accepting yourself for who you are 100%. So this basically means you have to give up this feeling that you have that I need to fix somebody, that I can make somebody a better person, or maybe I can change them in some way. The only thing that you can do if you want to make your relationships better and if you want to emotionally get rid of the wounds that you carry is to accept situations for who they are and accept yourself and others for who they are, because that is being the bravest and the most courageous person that you can ever be. During the Chiron retrograde, it's going to be important for you to experience grace and give grace. So once again, giving grace is about forgiveness. So think about who you can forgive, who you can have mercy on. When we think about God, if we've made a mistake, we just go to God and we are like, God, forgive us. And God, being all kind, all merciful, always has grace to give us. So why not give that grace to somebody? So if somebody has made a mistake and is not apologizing to you, be the bigger person and forgive them. Because when you forgive somebody, remember, you're opening the doors of forgiveness for your own self from the divine is what is coming forth. Now, one thing that you have to ask yourself is, what is your honest truth? Who are you as an individual? What is your story? And what emotional wounds are you carrying? Because there are hundreds of us walking around who don't even know what their emotions are, what they are feeling, how certain experiences made them feel, because they just brush things under their carpet. Yeah, so please make sure you're understanding yourself, you're processing your emotions, especially during the Chiron retrograde, so that you can emerge as the authentic self and you can be free in the truest form of who you are. Now, for that, you have to make sure that you give yourself time to process your emotions and to understand how you feel in the first place. So quietening your mind is very important. See what is happening, especially because of social media, especially because of all the social networking platforms. We don't give ourselves empty time. We just open our mobile phones and we just go through one thing after another, and the next thing 2 hours have passed. So take these moments, little moments. If this is before sunrise, witness sunrise and give yourself time. Spend time with yourself to understand your own self. That is most important. So I feel that this Chiron retrograde is going to give you the opportunity to understand yourself and understand who you are as a human being, so that you can sort of make a better effort for your future. And remember this, during the Chiron retrograde, what may happen is certain phases of the moon can affect your emotions negatively. So you may feel like, you're having emotional fluctuations, or during particular period, you're very angry or you're very sad. And remember this, then having a moon diary is very important. I already have a link to the same in the description box, because people tend to ask me this again and again every time I mention it. So it is there in the description box. Please take a look. But syncing your emotions or understanding your emotions according to the phase of the moon will help you resolve your own emotions is what is coming through. in the upcoming period, you have to soften your heart towards somebody. So if somebody is not treating you with respect, understand this, they may be going through something. I'm not telling you open yourself to disrespect, but sometimes people are going through horrible things and you look at them and you feel like, oh, this person is fine. But no, every person is fighting a battle. And then, because you're a spiritual being, be the bigger person. Extend compassion and extend grace is going to be the most important thing that you can do for others. And especially this will play out in your family. So it may so happen that certain people in your family, certain family members may behave in a way that you feel like is unforgivable, or you feel like, why are they being really stupid? And it's because they're going through something. Yeah, just understand them and give them grace and compassion. But remember this also, loving your family, taking care of them, and being there for them and giving space to them is a part of your life purpose. And interestingly, during the Chiron retrograde period, some of you may actually find your potential partners or may actually expand your family. So, birth of a child, getting engaged, getting married can actually be a strong thing for you. And then getting out of emotional wounds that your own family has inflicted on you is also possible. So a new beginning when it comes to your family relationships is also possible. Yes, for a couple of you, your home is going to be the most important aspect. So maybe buying a new home, moving into a new house, or thinking about what the concept of home means to you. Yeah, so this is very important. So sometimes home is within us. Home is not another person. Home is not even our family. Home is us within ourselves, building ourselves a beautiful space where we can just relax and be who you are. Which is why you have to ask yourself, what is my truth? What is the definition of home for me? And when you understand that, I feel like things will just resolve itself for you. Remember this, during the Chiron retrograde period, you're coming across a portal of tremendous growth, a portal of tremendous healing, and a portal of tremendous rewards. You have a chance right now to change your life and to alter your emotions 360-degree. That is the kind of growth that you can get only if you're real with yourself. Okay, it is up to you what you want to do right now. Once again, if you are single and you have this opportunity to get married, it is up to you. Do you want to do this? You don't want to do this? It's a choice that lies with you. If when it comes to buying a new house, when it comes to moving to a new house, you have a choice. So exercise that choice in the best way that you can, because in the end, your emotions, your life is your responsibility, is what is coming forth. And remember, in everything you have to find a balance. Even though your responsibility is towards your family, even though your responsibility is towards hundreds of people, your responsibility is towards yourself too. So if you feel like certain times you just want to do something for yourself, you do this for yourself. And other times if you feel like, oh, I can be there for my family, do that. Maintain the balance in everything. Maintain the balance in your career and home life. That is also important for you, especially during the Chiron retrograde. Remember this, part 3 is interesting, especially during the Chiron retrograde. Some of you are also going through, the Saturn retrograde period, and for some of you also going through the 7.5 year period of Saturn, which means you're going to get rewards for the good deeds that you've done. And sometimes if you've done things that are not so kind towards somebody else, you're going to get that in return as well. Remember this, because of which don't create additional karma for yourself as much as you can. Accept people for who they are. Extend compassion, extend grace, because once a person is graceful, once a person is compassionate, Saturn will bring about beautiful blessings when it comes to right. Remember, what you sow is what you reap, and what you sow today with the karma that you do towards your family, towards others, is what you're going to be reaping in the future as well. So be conscious, karma wise is a strong message for you. And remember this, just what I mentioned a couple of minutes earlier, for you, your family is important because you're wolf spirit. Wolf is like a member of a pack, always. But when it comes to a wolf, sometimes being independent is also important. Working on your own is also important. And having a life and a mind of your own is also important. And sometimes having a space for yourself is also important. Yeah. So it has to be a balance of both things. If you're a family member, if your life purpose is related to your family, you take care of them, but you also take care of yourself and your own needs, because of which a very important message was, who are you? What is your truth? understanding your needs is going to be highlighted for you, especially during the Chiron retrograde. Now, I want to give you messages when it comes to your family relationships. Let's see what's coming through. Okay, actions speak loudly for you. So, when it comes to relationships, it's about what you can do for the other person along with expressing your love for them. So, it comes to both for you, okay? Do things for them and also tell them that you love them, okay? Because sometimes love languages of different family members are different. Some for people it's like you have to do things for them to understand that you love them, and for others it's all about speaking to them words of kindness and grace. Yeah, and once again, demonstrate love. It's all about showing people you love that you love them by being there for them physically, by saying something that you feel that they really need to hear, and just being there for them overall. That's the way for you, especially during the retrograde. And physical touch. Now remember, for a couple of them, giving a hug to people you care about, holding their hand, physically being tender with them. That's important, because sometimes when you're like really down and really out, like that hug from a friend, that hug from a family member, or somebody just just holding your hand can mean so much. Yeah, so do that for somebody, because I feel like somebody in your life needs that. Yeah, and with Chiron retrograde, if you do good things for others, remember, you're going to be getting that in return. Your own emotions are important as well, and for you physically as well, you need to take a break for yourself. And especially during certain phases of the moon, you feel like you're too exhausted, you're too tired to even move. Rest, relax, because see, when it comes to Chiron retrograde, especially when emotions are highlighted, sometimes when you cry or sometimes when you're very upset, your physical body gets affected. Our body, emotions and soul are not like three different things. They're all combined together when it comes to our life, right? So please make sure you take care of yourself as well and ask for help. So remember, you're not a superpower yourself. You're not like an Avenger yourself. We all wish we were Avengers, don't we? But we all need help. So when you feel like you need help in your life, ask for it. Don't be proud of it, because file 3, I know you guys are like sometimes people who are stubborn about asking for help. You want to show the world that you're strong, you're capable, which you are. I have absolutely no doubts about it. But sometimes we all need help. You can be there for people, you can hold space for them, but have somebody who will hold space for you. One person at least. Find that person and stick to that person. And remember this, if you have nobody, you always have our Teacup family to have your back. So if you're struggling with something, leave a comment, and I'm 100% sure you're going to be getting at least a couple of comments who will be like, you are strong, you can do it, and we care for you. Yeah, because we are a family, we are a soul family, and we are always there for each other. Yeah, so when you need help, ask for it. If you need my prayer, ask for it. I am always here for you. Yeah, and overall, as I wrap this up, I want to leave you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.